What is going on, guys? It is Trifecta J here with my Madden 16 franchise. We're going to go find out who the team is going to be, and then we're going to break down the roster. So for my franchise, of course, last year I did the Falcons, did not get nearly as far as I wanted to, starting much earlier this year, and I really wanted to find a team that I could rebuild, and so that team, it's going to be the Oakland Raiders. They have some really good talent already on the team, but they still need a ton of work. The Raiders, once upon a time, were one of the top franchises in the NFL, one of the most feared teams that you never wanted to play, but since then, they've sort of become the laughingstock of the NFL. Last time they made the playoffs was 2002, so they have a long drought, and since then, they've topped out at 8 wins, as we will look to turn around this franchise. As a new owner taking over, this is a roster that has a good bit of talent, but there are some gaping holes in this team. Of course, you have players like Khalil Mack, one of not only the best young players in the NFL, but I would say one of the best overall players in the entire NFL coming into his second year. Another second year player is Derek Carr. Is he the future of this team, and will he be that franchise quarterback? A second round pick last year, he's got that monster arm, but does struggle with his accuracy at times and does make some questionable decisions. He showed some flashes last year. Moving on to running back, Latavius Murray, a good running back, still young, along with Roy Halou, the free agent signing, and Tywan Jones, who has been moved back to running back by head coach Jack Del Rio. In the wide receiving core, of course, we have Amari Cooper, the number 4 overall pick in this draft, one of the most polished receivers in a long time, also signing Michael Crabtree in the offseason. Amari Cooper, like I said, he's got that speed. He's an excellent route runner and can go up and get the ball. He looks to be a face of this franchise moving forward. Lee Smith, Michael Rivera, who flashed last year, and then Clive Walford, the 3rd round pick of this year's draft out of Miami. He's got a nice combo as a tight end. Donald Penn, Gabe Jackson in his second year. He's another young player who really played well last year. Rodney Hudson signed away from the Chiefs, and he looks to be another great player for this team. The weakness on this line, though, is on that right side, right guard and right tackle, and along with the aging Donald Penn. This defensive line, that appears to really be the strength of this team. Justin Tuck, Mario Edwards, the 2nd round pick, Khalil Mack, signing Aldon Smith in the offseason, and then a couple of other nice players. Dan Williams, who was signed away from the Cardinals, he could be a nice piece for us, along with CJ Wilson, Justin Ellis. Lorenzo Alexander and Ray Armstrong are going to fight for that starting left outside linebacker job. At middle linebacker, we have Curtis Lofton, who was signed this offseason from the Saints, the 7th year player out of Oklahoma. Also at outside linebacker, Malcolm Smith, who was signed this offseason away from the Seattle Seahawks. Hopefully he can play a good role for this team, along with Neron Ball, the late round pick of this year's draft out of Florida. TJ Carey, he looks to be the leader in this secondary, at least along the cornerbacks, but this is a very weak cornerback group on this team. David Amerson, who was signed recently, along with Keith McGill, who has some nice size. Nate Allen got a big contract this offseason. Hopefully he can play up to that worth. At free safety, now at strong safety, Charles Woodson, the longtime Raider. He's one of the best Raiders of all time, but at his age, his career will probably be coming to an end pretty soon. I am very excited to get this series started. I've already started playing the preseason, and I hope to have those highlights up as soon as possible. I am on fall break right now, so I do have some time to make some videos, but I'm very excited for this series. I think we have some nice talent on this team, but they do have a long way to go before they will be able to compete for anything. But it is exciting to have players like Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper on your roster to begin the franchise. I hope you did enjoy. Leave your comments down below on my selection. Leave a like if you're excited for this series. I will see you for those preseason highlights coming up next, because I'm out.